Willis is supporting this type of science research because it's actually fundamental in allowing us to do our job, which is understanding the frequency and severity of extreme weather events around the world. The isotope transects that Parker is undertaking are new to science, and they'll enable us to understand what's been happening in the Antarctic over the last 50 years in great detail. And the Antarctic is like a canary in the cage for the wider weather system. And the data that Parker's collecting will then inform the climate and weather models that our science partners are using, which in turn will inform the models we use to manage capital for insurers and reinsurers around the world. The weather stations that Parker's testing are actually going to be key in helping us understand what's happening in the Antarctic going forward. Surprisingly, we don't have good weather stations in terms of public science in the Antarctic because it's so extreme and so expensive to maintain these systems. But Parker's testing of this new generation of kit actually could open up the continent to better observation for the next 10, 50 or even 100 years. And that's absolutely critical if we're going to manage the planet as well as manage our clients' capital. The findings from the program are absolutely critical in understanding the future of climate change for two reasons. The first is, and we're having this interview the day that the IPCC launched its report looking at the future, and really climate change is unequivocal, both what's happened and what's happening in the future. But now we need much more detail on exactly what is likely to happen in different parts of the world in terms of the types of weather that people will expect. And it's this data that will give scientists and ultimately ourselves a much clearer picture of exactly what level of extreme events in particular, whether it be from rain or wind or other variables, we may expect in Europe or North America or Japan or China going forward.